Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can get notifications when I post something new. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and or a comment. This is going to be a project share video and a quick tutorial. This is the Farmer's Market berry basket filled swap that we are doing for a Facebook group. And I thought I would do a tutorial on how I make the shaker. So the requirements for this is you pick your berry basket design and you cut it out and then you fill it up. And you have to have 2 shaped embellishments, which means whatever you pick is the shape of your embellishments. So if you pick apples, then you got to make apple embellishments. If you pick pumpkins, then you have to pick pumpkin shaped embellishments. So for me, I picked honey and my embellishments are honey shaped. So then you have to pack 2 bows that match your theme. So your bows have to be like honey, apple, whatever, you know. A sequin mix, 2 flowers embellished with the theme, a dangle, and 2 mini cards. 1 item of choice and 1 treat. So originally I thought that I would do this for the treat, but the honey sticks are starting to crystallize. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do this as the treat. I might send it with her, and then if she can't get it out because it's crystallizing, well, it's kind of soft, but I mean, there is no expiration date on honey. So this could be 300 years old and she could still eat it. So I'm going to send her a little jar of honey as well, all packaged up nice and neat for her treat. Just so that she doesn't have to deal with this if it's hardened or whatever. So for this, I'm going to show you one by one what I had done. Put little embellishments on my basket. It's like honey dripping down the side. Honeycomb, bee, a hive, another bee. So I decorated all the way around with just different die cuts that I have and made it look like a cute little bee basket. And then this is the shaker mix that I had made for her. And I tried to package everything up nice and neat with the bag topper and a bow. This is the embellishment, and it's got a honeycomb, a bee, all black and yellow beads, and I try to keep it as much honey themed as possible. And then this will go inside of a glue bottle. So I have a purple one that was gifted to me years ago, and you just stick it in your glue bottle or stickles or paint, puffy paint, whatever. You just stick it in the top and it helps so it doesn't clog up. And then for the embellishments, I did a shaker of a honey pot, and there's 2 in there. I just stuck them in the same one. And then flowers, handmade flowers with the bees on them. And then the bows. So you're only supposed to do 2 bows, but I did 3. And then the mini note cards with envelopes, matching envelopes. There's another one in there. And then item of choice, and this was my item of choice, bee stickers to go with the theme. And I'm going to send these all to my partner, and I hope she likes everything that she gets. And then I'm going to show how I made the shaker. I have everything pre-cut and ready to go so that hopefully I can fly right through this. And then I already made up the shaker mix for it. The shaker mix is all the same. It's the same in here as it is in here and what I'm going to be using in here. So for this, the way that I do my shaker, move this out of the way, get my glue. The way that I do my shaker, and there is no right or wrong way, but this is how I do mine. I cut the cardboard out, and then I also cut a piece of thicker cardboard, because this is like just the craft cardstock, and I glue it over just to give it more stability and weight. So it's Aleene's Tacky Glue, whatever glue you have on hand, art glitter glue. So I'm just going to do this as a quick video so that you can get an idea of how I make my shaker. And this is a die cut, I believe, from Temu, or a die set from Temu. Glue that, let that dry, and then I have 2 pieces cut on Fun Foam. I don't know what this is. That's what I call it. It's Fun Foam. You can get this at Hobby Lobby or any craft store, or 8 by 14, maybe 8.5 by 14 sheet, and you can get a lot of dies to fit on there and cut it out for your, it's like, I think $1.50 or something, but you can get it on sale sometimes for 50% off. So like 75 cents, and you can make so many decorative. This also like helps bring objects up and give it dimension too. If you just put it underneath your image and you want to put it on a card or scrapbook page or whatever you're crafting. So then that is glued on here, and I only do 2. I think 2 gives it enough space for your shaker bits to move around. You can go 3 high, but I think that's just overkill to me. Okay, then I have acetate cut out. It's the same shape as the back. So you do your back piece, the same shape, acetate. And then this is the jar piece that I cut out. It's going to be the same shape as your Fun Foam. And what I do here is I glue this on top of the acetate. And this is just really thin, flimsy foil paper that I was gifted. But it works great. I'm not really worried about it being so thin because it's going over the acetate anyhow. And you just make sure that you get a good amount of glue on so that it adheres. And then I'm getting glue all over it already. Yep. So I'm gonna have to clean that off. And what I'll do is I will let this sit and dry. And then I would take a baby wipe and clean it off of the acetate on the inside. Because I don't know if you could see it on camera, but there's glue now on the acetate. So you get this on, let it sit, let it dry. And I'll show you how I clean that off. I'll have to stop the video and come back and show you. It usually doesn't take too long for this to dry though. It's not like the, what do you call it? The art glitter glue. That dries super fast. This takes a few more minutes. But we'll just, and this is, this paper is the backing from label sheets so that it doesn't get stuck to it. But while that's drying, maybe I don't have to stop the camera. I have to pick all the little pieces out of the honey. There we go. And then I'm going to glue where it says honey on it. And see, that just gives it more dimension and makes it pop up more. It's the same thing as like Pop Dots, but you just use your foam that you have extra of. And that's why I cut it out of here, the center of my yellow outer piece. And so I'm going to pick that out first. I didn't get that out. There's a little hole there. And then we're gonna scooch that up. Put this on here. Because when I get done gluing this on here, we'll let this dry. And then we'll move to the next. And it works a whole lot better when I have that little glue bottle instead of the big one, but it's clogged up right now, so we got to use the big one. Just for the video anyway. And then once you get this glued and you move it around and get it all set up the way that it's supposed to go, set it aside and let it dry. If you don't let it dry and you try to put it on your project, well, it's still kind of wet and sliding around, then it's going to be offset, and you don't want to offset. I mean, you could do offset, but it would just look silly to me. So while that is drying, we'll put these together, let these dry. This is going to go on here. I wish that little one wasn't clogged up, because this is going to be messy. But we'll make do. Okay. And then I'll place that on there just like this. So for this one, it comes in where you can do the backing piece that I have on the craft cardstock, and then this piece, and it has the handle that goes all the way up, but I just cut that off because I didn't want the gold to go all the way up there. You know, honey is supposed to be liquid gold, so I just wanted the gold to be on the little bottom part of the honey stick, honey spoon, honey dipper, that's what it's called. And then we'll let that dry. We'll put the glue on the bee. And then, oh no, I can't pick it up now. There we go. Should have got my tweezers out. Wasn't really prepared for this, huh? Oh, come on. There we go. And then you put your bee on there. Like that, let it dry. It's kind of hard to line this up sometimes with it being so small. And now I'm trying to pick the extra glue that got on the black cardstock off. There. And then I'll put a little dot of glue on here. And we'll put this on the spoon or the dipper. Set that aside. And then I have to clean this off, because not all of that will be covered. So I'm just kind of scraping this glue off my nail and then rubbing it the rest of the way with my fingernail or my finger. And then I will clean that off with the baby wipe after I get this all placed on there. So this is going to go on the top like this, and then this will go here like that on the side. it does not go all the way across, but that's fine because I'm going to put the honey on it, so it kind of covers it up and blends it. And then we will glue this right there. And you know, you can make your shakers whatever shapes, designs, styles, whatever you want. Like, if I just wanted the jar, I could have used like bee paper, like the honeycomb paper in the background, and just done the jar and not done all the extra bits that I have to go. But because I chose plain to kind of go with the theme of the berry basket, I'm just kind of decorating it to make it look cute. For this portion of the video, I stopped it and turned the sound off because I was just jabbering on. And all I'm doing is gluing, and it was getting kind of boring. So I sped it up and did the voiceover part for this so that you guys weren't bored watching me do all this gluing and babbling on. And then you put this down on top of here, and you let that sit and dry. And while that's drying, you don't move it or anything because you don't want like gaps on the inside, because then all your glitter and your shaker bits will slide out. So you want to try to keep it as flush as possible, because I don't want gaps for sure. Okay, so we'll let that dry. If you have something heavy to set on yours, that would be a good thing to do too. But I do not, because I didn't come prepared. Oh, come on. And then, while that is drying, we will get this cleaned up. And let me get a baby wipe, and I'll be right back. This part was kind of boring also. It's basically me just taking a baby wipe, cleaning it, and then using a paper towel to dry it off and clean it up so that all the glue residue is not visible on the acetate. Nothing exciting really to see. But yeah, I'm just cleaning it up here, and I sped it up and did the voiceover for you again. That's pretty good. All right, so now you fill this up. This should be plenty dry enough. And then I probably have too much in here. The glitter likes to stick to the glass. And then put that inside there. Yeah, I definitely have too much, but we're not gonna waste. Well, no, we don't do that around here. And this is just sequins, glitter, these little tube foil tube thingies. I don't know what they're called. Oh, I got them at the Dollar Tree, and they work perfect for shaker mixes. And then we'll glue this on. There you go again, just gonna go around the edges so that it is not seen. And you don't want to go on this part because then it will stick to your sequin mix. So only go where it's going to be on the foam. That's why I stopped right there. And then you set that on and wait for it to dry. And this is when having something heavy is perfect, to hold it down and while it dries so that it doesn't shift or move. And if you have something heavy, you would set that on there and let that dry for a few minutes. And then I'm going to put my honey and my little thing on. And again, I'm just going to put it out of glue, and I'm going to go up about that far. And we're going to set it just like that. And then I'm going to glue this on. Just like that. I'll do it in an angle that way. Let that dry. So I hope you liked this tutorial and project share. And yeah, that's how I make my shakers. Thanks for watching. Bye.